I'm Matt. I have, if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on my YouTube at Matt Stream Outside, or you could be watching it on my Instagram channel, Matt Stream Adventures, or my TikTok, also Matt Stream Outside. So I just want to touch base quickly with something that everyone should have if they're camping or if they like to go backpacking. That thing is a sleeping bag liner. So there's all sorts of sleeping bag liners for all sorts of different purposes. There's cotton sleeping bag liners, silk, a whole bunch of different materials. Most likely, if you are going to be on the budget side of sleeping bag liner, you'll be going with cotton. There's polyester, all sorts of poly cotton, all sorts of different things you can get. But I'm making this video today to show you that you do not necessarily have to fork the money out that you would need for getting a sleeping bag liner. You can make your own sleeping bag liner, and that's what I'm currently doing right now. I basically finished the design. It's extremely cheap and easy, and if you have these things around your house, just go ahead and do it. So, I had an old camo like sheet cover that I didn't use much, and the first thing I did was fold it into a rectangle. Trying to find the foot box here. Okay, so, and I didn't use a sewing machine for this. A sewing machine would make it so much easier. I hand sewed all of this. So, yeah, foot box right here, hand sewed. I made it a rectangle. I made sure everything was relatively symmetrical as possible. Then coming up the side, I did some sewing, some hand sewing. It's a little rough, but it's still pretty darn symmetrical. Sewed not quite all the way up, but pretty far up. I still have some more sewing to do, just like a double sew, just so everything's durable. I have a zipper right here at the top, just for easy in and out access. And the cool thing about this is, since I made it, I could make it the way I wanted. So I made it so that I could use it as either a square sleeping bag liner or a mummy sleeping bag liner. And I believe the material of this is polyester. Not 100% sure on that, but I run cool anyway, so whatever material it is, I'm not too concerned. I wasn't looking for a warm sleeping bag liner, although this would help warm you up by just keeping your air trapped around you a little more. But one of the main points of a sleeping bag liner is to keep your dirt and grit and grease and sweat off of your sleeping bag, so you don't have to wash your sleeping bag as much. And it will also, in theory, protect that stuff from ruining the insulation or materials or making a sleeping bag smell. Another reason you might want a sleeping bag liner, and especially when you make yourself, is if you find a sheet material you like. Feeling a sheet around your body is a lot more comfortable than feeling synthetic material from a sleeping bag. Same thing with down. So if you put this around your body, you know, you'll get that feel that you would feel at home. And if you have like dermatitis or any sort of dermatology issues, it's actually better for your skin if you want to go ahead and get a cotton sheet and make a cotton liner instead of using synthetic materials, because synthetic materials can be bad for your skin. So if you're someone who has issues with that, then having a cotton liner that you can make yourself will basically benefit you in that way. So I'm going to cut over and do a quick clip of me in the sleeping bag liner so you can really see how it works. Okay, so the first way I can use this is as a mummy sleeping bag liner. I'm just gonna take the zipper, zip the side zip up, and I'll pull this little flap that I still need to do something with. And then I have a drawstring another one right here. And now I'll just pull this more. And now I have a mummy sleeping bag liner. And the thing about the design of this bag is I have the zipper right here. You know, it's all boxed in on the end. But because the certain way I cut this top half, I can fold that over and use a phone or whatever. If I'm in my mummy sleeping bag and I want to use a phone, or say my arms are just hot. So then the next way I can use it, I pull the strings, loosen that, pull that back out. Now with the strings loosened all the way, I've got a nice rectangle bag liner. So instead of buying both a mummy bag liner and a rectangle bag liner, I can use this as either one. Now another thing I can do, instead of being forced to use a camping pillow, if I want to use a full-size pillow, so instead of using one of those small camping pillows that would fit in your sleeping bag, your mummy sleeping bag, you can also use a full-size pillow, just like this. The cord will cinch it right into place if you're in a rectangle bag or whatever, however you're camping. So it's another cool thing about the way I designed this. Alright, so obviously this also has a nice zipper, which just makes getting in and out of your liner easier in the middle of the night if you gotta get up and go somewhere. And I mean, you can crunch it down pretty small. You could crunch it down smaller and do a little sack if you wanted to, or you could just throw it in your pack, which would be the lightest option. But obviously, being thin material, a little pack would help protect it. So the point of making this video is simply, a lot of people are on a budget. If you look at the prices of some of the sleeping bag liners, they're ridiculous. It's really as simple as going and buying a little sheet cover at whatever store you get your sheets at, getting some thread, taking a little time and devoting it. And the cool thing is you can pretty much design it however you want. You can think up an idea, do it for cheap, and if you do it good, you'll have something that lasts. If you don't do it good, at least you learned the process and you can make one again or make one in the future and make it better. You get to learn, you get to create your own thing, and if you do a good job, it might last you a very long time. It's something that most people should have for the reasons I mentioned earlier in the video, whether you buy it or make it, but this is just an affordable option for those of us who are on a budget. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope this helped to give you some ideas. Have a great day or night.